Well, hey there, American Farmsteaders. This is Jenny with the Grimstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American farmsteaders doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you'll grow a little food of your own.
Yeah, this week we're talking about companion planting.
Yes, because we are getting geared up for fall and winter gardening, my favorite.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm laughing because our listeners don't know that we've had some technical issues. So this is our second introduction.
Imagine that. We're having technical issues.
Yeah, anyways, companion planting. So we're gearing up. We have like second spring for us.
Yes. I started some tomato seeds the other day. I had some cherry tomato seeds that I got as like a free packet. I ordered some stuff from Haas, and they sent me a free pack of some type of like sun gold cherry tomato or something like that. So I started some of those, and of course all my fall and winter stuff, but also some squashes. So hopefully it's early enough that some of those
summer squashes.
Right, yeah, acorn. And I also found these seeds that are, because I like spaghetti squash, it's usually just like too much because not really anybody else eats it.
Right.
And so Haas Tools had like personal sized spaghetti squashes.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're like softball size. So I got some of those seeds and got those started, but the plan is to do the tomatoes in pots so I can move them for our first little frost that we'll have in November.
Yeah.
Because it always happens.
Yeah, I mean, usually, our average first frost date where we are here is mid-November.
Yep.
And, we always talk about like microclimates and,
Right.
Jenny might get a frost and I don't get one.
Right.
Or
But then
vice
after
versa.
that frost, it's like springtime.
Yeah, it is. It's like 80s every day for a good month or so.
Right. So if we can just get those things through that first little frost, we should be able to get a good harvest off of them. So
Yeah, I am preparing that way this year for frost with, I've got hoops for things that won't take that, like green beans.
Right.
That I'm planning, it's really too hot for green beans still right now.
Yeah.
And so I really like to push it until the end,
Right.
know. But then when you do that, it's like you risk, like, okay, they're supposed to come to fruition at our first frost date. So
Right.
it's a gamble.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. So I've got some hoops and some plastic and stuff like that on hand, ready to go, just in case.
Yes. But I went ahead and started my fall stuff too. All the broccolis, Napa cabbage. What else did I start? Oh, romaine. I did that same romaine that we did for our plant sale. That Paris,
last year.
Is it the Paris
Yes.
Island romaine?
Yes.
Yep. I
It
started
does really
some of that.
great.
Yeah. And I've got some companion planting in gear for that lettuce specifically.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Yes. Okay, so companion planting. So it's basically like creating like a little ecosystem in your garden to help deter pests and bugs and to provide support for like other plants. So like the lettuce, for instance, I mean, we're in Florida. Like
It's always sunny.
our son like eats lettuce up. Like
Yeah.
it makes it all wilty and it just does not do good. So the plan is, and I actually did this last fall and winter, and it worked out really well. I planted that romaine in between like my broccoli and my greens and my cabbages, those bigger kind of plants. And they were like really tucked up under there and did really well.
So they got some shade.
Yeah, they got some shade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's smart.
Yeah, and I think they work well together too because they just have that different type of root system. Your broccoli and your cabbages and your bigger, like hardier things, those are going to have like a much bigger root system that goes a little bit deeper. Whereas like lettuce,
It's pretty
those,
shallow.
Yeah, those roots are like right on the shallow part of the soil. So, I mean, essentially, those plants are pulling nutrients from different parts of the soil. So it's not, depleting the soil, and it just ends up working well together. So
I like
that
it.
is on the agenda.
I have a couple of other companions for lettuce, for your leaf lettuce.
Yes. What
And
are they?
I don't have reasons for these, but I'm just going to disclose. I'm pulling these off of Clyde's garden planner, which is like a sliding scale. And so it's, you kind of slide to where your average first frost date is for fall. One side has spring, one side has fall, and it's pretty cool. I hope you guys like it because we're looking to get some.
Yeah, I think the Clyde's Garden Planner is pretty cool. And I like that like anybody can use it because
Yeah.
it has that sliding frost date. So,
Right.
I mean, Florida can be a little funny sometimes, but
But for
I
the
think
most
all in all,
part-
it's a really great garden planner.
Yeah, it's worked really well for me, even here in Florida, where it doesn't play by the rules. But he includes lots of other great information about these plants. And so companion planting is one of them. So onions, carrots, bush beans, that might be one that you wouldn't do here in Florida because
Right.
that's going to be a summer crop
Just
where
different
lettuce is a
season.
winter crop, right? Peas, spinach, and radish. So those other things are things that we grow over winter, though.
Yeah, on my list for companions for lettuce, I have squashes and cucumbers. But again, that's kind of like, not in Florida,
Yeah. I mean, even the squash is like,
depending.
it doesn't like the cold,
Yeah,
you know?
mean,
and the
you could-
lettuce doesn't like the hot.
yeah.
So-
But lettuce is so fast.
Right. So,
Lettuce is
for
so
fall,
fast.
it works.
Yeah, for fall, it would probably work.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. There was something else that you said you planted and had a companion for. Oh,
Yeah, let's
you
see
always do
here.
your tomatoes and carrots together in
See,
fall.
this is the type of year, yeah, like that's kind of like the thing that you always hear of. I think there's actually a book that's called like
Carrots love
Carrots
tomatoes.
Love
or something, or
Tomatoes.
tomato, yeah.
And we always kind of like giggled at that because we're like, you could never grow carrots
Not
and
in
tomatoes
Florida.
in Florida, you know. And in the spring and summer, we can't. It's just
Right.
carrots will not germinate in the heat. So fall is actually a great time for us to do that in Florida. So that is the one time a year that I have actually been able to pull off growing carrots and tomatoes together. So
So if you're doing your tomatoes in pots, are you going to put carrots with them? In
yeah,
pots?
I actually had considered doing that. So yeah, on my companion planting list, specifically for my fall and winter garden, the first thing on the list is carrots and tomatoes.
Okay.
I have one trellis in my garden. That trellis is going to be dedicated to squash and then snow peas.
Okay.
So the squash I'm starting now. I've already started it. It's in the house, but I'm going to throw the squash on the trellis first. And then once that starts to get a little bit bigger and start to kind of dwindle out, when the colder season kicks in, then I can throw those snow peas on there.
Green peas. Nice.
Yep. Napa cabbage and tatsoi greens. And the greens, again, it's just kind of like it's similar to a lettuce. It's not going to really like the Florida heat. So that Napa cabbage will give it a little bit of shade. And again, it's like two different things that compete for nutrients at two different levels of the soil.
Right.
And tatsoi greens, it's like 21 days to harvest
They're
or
so
something.
fast. They're like radishes. Yeah.
Exactly. So I thought that would be a fun filler space for my row of cabbage.
Sure.
Broccoli and romaine, we already touched on that. Turnips and bunching onions.
I don't think I'm going to
Rutabagas.
grow turnips this year.
Yeah, I mean, it'll either be turnips or rutabagas,
I don't think I'm going to do rutabagas either.
whatever I have seeds for.
Yeah. Yeah. My people wanted no rutabagas last year, and I grew a ton.
Did you?
So I fed them to pigs and cows, and I mean, we had some,
Yeah.
but they didn't want them.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm not eating a row of rutabagas.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So I think I'm going to do beets.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have some beet seeds that we bought together last fall and winter that I never planted. So maybe I'll work that into the mix somewhere.
Yeah.
Because those would be really good roasted along with the turnips or rutabagas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what? I know we do onions every year, but I don't know that I'm going to do half a garden of onions.
Oh, I had a crappy onion year last year. And so I am on onions is something that we have to have. Like it's a staple in our house. It's
Right.
something we always buy if I don't grow it. And
Right.
so I'm on the onion train.
Yeah.
I need onions.
Yeah. I think I'm going to.
Except that it takes a lot of space if you
It takes a
want
lot of space.
enough for a year.
Yep. And so that is the main reason why I think I'm just actually going to buy onions for the first time in like 4 years.
Your secret's safe with us.
Well, because I really like last year I said it, I'm going to do a smaller intensive garden. But this year I actually made a plan to do a small intensive garden. Like
Yeah.
for the first time ever. Like normally when I start seeds, I just start like a ton of everything.
Yeah, me too.
And then you get out to the garden and
A bunch of it doesn't get planted.
right, you like run out of space. You have this massive
Yeah.
garden
Or
planted,
time.
and then it gets out of control. You
Right.
can't keep up with it all. You
Right.
can't harvest it all in time. So some of it goes bad and goes to the chickens or the pigs or whatever. And so I picked last episode. I referenced the good part of my garden.
Right.
I'm actually just going to use the good part of my garden, which is 3 raised beds in probably maybe 6 or 8 in-ground 12-foot rows.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I'm going to plant because that's all I started. I actually sat down and looked at the actual space that I had and figured out what each row was going to have in it and how many would fit in each row. And that's what I started.
Wow.
Period. Done.
I'm inspired when you
Except for
when you come
tomatoes.
at me with stuff like that.
I said I was only going to do a few tomatoes, and I ended up starting 12.
Oh, well, that is a few in tomato talk.
Yeah, and I have friends that I
not
can
like
get. I have
60.
friends, right? I can give tomatoes away.
Yeah, yeah, I like it.
So kohlrabi and Swiss chard.
Kohlrabi is one of our favorite
Yep.
winter garden things.
Yep.
And chard is so easy and it's
Yes,
fast and
it's
it's a
fast.
great cut and come again.
Yep.
And it just keeps on going and it'll go like if you plant it now, it'll go all the way through winter and
Yep.
into your warm season again.
Yep.
Here, anyways.
Yeah.
I think in our northern climates, but I don't have experience with snow, so
Yeah, I don't know.
don't quote me on that.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Right.
But again, it's kind of it's 2 crops that I can have in one row that are going to compete for different nutrients.
Yeah.
So that was the thought process behind that.
Okay.
My raised beds are going to be my peppers that I'm going to overwinter that I've had going all year because they're all looking really good. Nasturtiums, and I'm going to try to get some acorn squash out of those beds. Hopefully I'll have time.
Well, if you're putting it where your peppers are you planning to cover peppers over winter?
Yes.
So,
And I
if
have
you have
power.
cover ready to
Yeah.
go, you can cover for that,
Yeah.
at least for that first frost.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not work through hard freeze for squash, but
Right.
it will for peppers.
Right. But I mean, for right now, like my acorn squash is 80 days. So
How many days do we? I was just wondering that. How many days do we have? Do you think for our estimated first frost? It's
well, I mean, we're August 8th. So August, September, October, November. So we have about
90.
Yeah, we got about 90 days. Yeah.
okay.
So we'll see what happens.
We could do a lot in 100 days.
Right.
I mean, there are climates that's all their frost-free days that they get are 100 days.
I
We can
know.
grow a lot of food here.
Yeah. And I have power out at the garden too. So really, if worse came to worse, like I could run some Christmas lights around some plants,
Sure, sure.
cover them with a blanket, light them up. Collards and mustards will go together because they always just go together.
You just
know.
put them together. They're kind of the same plant.
They're
to
kind
me.
of the same plant. So that's not really a companion plant. They're like the same thing.
So mustards are really good for treating your soil for nematodes,
Yes.
which is a big problem here in our sandy soil in
Yes.
Florida. And so if you're having a hard time with root knot nematode, mustard greens are your friend.
Tilling them in.
Yes.
Growing them and then tilling them in.
Yep. So
So see, sometimes tilling does have a purpose.
I agree.
Yeah. There's a time and a place.
I think if you get nothing else out of our podcast, it's don't be so dogmatic about any one way to grow food. Just grow some food.
Just grow food. However it looks for you, however it makes sense to you, just do it. I mean,
Right.
our way definitely is not always the best way or the right way, but it's what we do. You know?
I don't have a way.
Right. It's like
I really don't.
It's a you do you. I feel like it changes.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'll do something for a little while and be like, time to switch it up.
I mean, there was a time not very long ago that I was moving into no-till, and I really believed in it, and it just hasn't it hasn't worked out 100%, and
Yeah.
so I'm kind of letting it go. So
Yeah, my in-ground rows have been no-till for a hot minute. It's been a while since I've ran the tiller in my garden, but I see the value in it. I see the value in both ways. I think that there's a time and a place. So other than that, I plan on doing like nasturtium, dill. I'm going to squeeze out some more lemon basil.
Oh, yeah.
We got time.
Yep.
We got time.
Yep.
And marigolds. I'll just do those like
Everywhere. Yeah. That's how I do radishes too.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't want like a radish harvest where you have like 25 pounds of radishes,
No.
right? Like nobody wants that unless you're going to sell it at a farmer's market or something.
Right.
So, and I don't dedicate a bed to radishes either. And I kind of think I'm going to do this with lettuce as well, maybe like tatsoi. Where there's space, I add those radish seeds in.
Right.
And then, you know, harvest as they're done and throw some more seeds down.
Yeah, radishes are really good to double up with carrots, you know, because radishes are so much faster than a carrot. Like by the
Right.
time the radish is ready to harvest, the carrots still have plenty of time left to go. So
Right.
it's kind of a way to like double utilize that space.
Yeah. Let's see.
So let's see. Yeah, what are some other? Let's talk more fall and winter stuff. Okay, so companion plants for brassicas.
That's what I was just looking at.
Garlic.
Ooh.
Garlic, yes. Garlic is going to be a really good pest deterrent for any bugs that might be eaten on your brassicas. My biggest problem with brassicas last year was, I think it was a rabbit. I had rabbits come, like, in taking the whole plant right out of the
Yeah.
ground. Like, I had started them inside, so they were like little broccoli plugs. And the rabbit was, I mean, taking the whole entire thing, like plug and all.
They're jerks.
I know.
And you know what I learned? They can squeeze through 2x4 wire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I have on my garden.
Yeah, me
is
too.
that 2x4. And they,
So I didn't think it could be a rabbit. There's no way it's a rabbit. It's a deer jumping over the fence.
right.
No. We found hair on the wire fence.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they can be pretty little. So, carrots is another good companion for brassicas.
Okay.
And timely, you know, those definitely are growing in the same season.
Sure.
Chives is a good filler.
There's alliums. I was thinking that when you said garlic. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Onions, of course. Lettuce, which we already covered. And dill is a good companion.
For carrots. Is that, yeah. Or
For
no, brassicas. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yep, for brassicas.
Okay. I was looking at cauliflower. Clyde says,
Yeah.
Clyde says bush beans,
Okay.
maybe for fall.
Yeah. Maybe at the tail end.
Yeah, then maybe you pull those and put in your spinach, onions, beets, potatoes. Interesting. That might work for us for spring. I have not done well with fall potatoes before, but other people do.
I know. And I was looking at, we're down to the tail end of the potatoes that we grew in spring. And I've actually have quite a few left, and they're all getting really good eyes on them.
Are you going to put them in the ground?
I think I might. But again, I think I might do them in containers. Like, I think I might get those grow bags that our friend
Yeah.
Sarah uses,
Yeah.
you know, and just fill them up and put them in that.
Cool.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm really kind of on, I threatened my husband
Uh-oh.
that I was
It's not marital counseling session, but go ahead.
that I was going to make a whole new garden if my mower didn't get fixed.
That'll show them.
He's like, oh, geez. He's like, bring your mower up to the porch and get my tool set up to the porch and I'll fix your mower. So I'm like,
Good.
done.
Yeah.
And so I did it right then. I stopped what I was doing. I went and got my mower and brought it up to the porch and his tools up to the porch. It's been 5 days. Still no mower.
So where are you putting your new garden?
So what I'm dreaming of, but first I have to build a chicken coop because my chickens would destroy it. So it's a process. Right off of my back porch,
Yeah.
I want to do I want to tarp the whole area right there And I mean, have you ever seen these gardens that Man in Overalls installs for people?
Oh, yeah. They're beautiful.
Freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine having a garden that pretty, like right out your back door?
Yeah. I
And so
dreamt it.
I'm thinking, and I mean, you know me, I've been, not that I'm like anti-raised bed, but I have a few raised beds, but largely I grow in the ground. But in my garden dreaming brain right now, I'm like, I could have a whole garden that's like nothing but like raised beds and rocks and zero grass and arched trellises.
Zero grass.
And,
Oh my gosh.
but then there's my chickens.
Right.
So I can't do that.
Right. Yeah. So I've got the 14 raised beds
Right.
with grass between them
Yes.
and grass in them.
in them.
So
I have grass in my raised beds right now too. There's grass everywhere. It's like a jungle.
it's really tall grass too.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
We were in the side by side just yesterday, and we were on. We were in the cow pasture, which part of my garden is up against part of our cow pasture, and we drove by there, and I was like, honey, look at my garden, and he was like, wait, I can't see it.
Yes, that's how it is when we drive around the back side of my garden.
Yeah.
That's where you can see all the grass. It's really
Yeah.
bad.
Although one of the tallest things in my garden right now is that sun hemp that I planted
Oh, yeah.
as a cover crop. It's probably
That's probably doing a really good job at keeping the other weeds down, though.
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 feet tall. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay.
So I did 2 big rows of it.
Okay.
So
All right.
all hope is not lost.
I know. I know.
I just need a mower,
Right.
like a serious mower. Like it's almost at like bush hog status in there.
Oh, that's what mine is.
Yeah.
My in-ground side is great because I've had it tarped,
Right.
but my raised bed side is horrible because I don't have tarps for each bed and walkway, like the walkway thing. Okay, so if you are dreaming of your beautiful garden, I'm telling people all the time, you do not need a raised bed garden because
Right.
because it still comes with problems.
Right.
Like,
I know.
to find tarps that fit for all of that and your walkways, like that doesn't happen.
Right.
I keep telling Eric, I'm like, can you pour concrete between my walkways? And he looks at me like I'm crazy because that's insane. Like that would cost a fortune,
Right. Concrete garden.
Concrete sidewalk. He's done that for people before because he pumps concrete, and
Right.
he's done that where that's all he just pumped sidewalks through somebody's garden a couple of times. It's like, that sounds like a pretty sweet gig. Thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm not spending money on concrete though.
No, I know that would be super expensive.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Are we ready to talk maybe about some of the benefits of companion planting?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So first of all, there's the obvious thing like deterring pests.
Right.
Cabbage worms, spider mites, cabbage moths, all those type of things, aphids, your carrot flies, all the bugs. And I was actually talking to a friend today. She was telling me that she was concerned because her sweet potato patch, the leaves were starting to get little holes in them, and she's
That's
like,
okay.
she's like, what do I spray? What do I spray? And I'm like,
I would leave
it's
it.
same thing.
Yeah.
I'll leave it.
It's probably
Just-
a couple of grasshoppers.
Right. Just let it be. Like you can't try to spray all the bugs,
Right.
And that too, it kind of keeps the natural like ecosystem from happening. Like
Right.
if you're killing all the bad bugs with all these different sprays,
Right.
none of the good bugs are going to show up because
Right.
there's not going to be any food for them.
Right.
So,
You're killing the good bugs
You're
while
killing
you're
the
at
good
it.
bug- you're right.
Those that are there.
Right. So, that's why companion planting is so great because it'll help kind of deter those bugs and at the same time, like encourage that ecosystem.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And then also like when we companion plant, you're not monocropping, right?
Right.
Where the bugs eat up a whole plant and then they kind of move over to the next, a whole broccoli, say,
Right.
and then they move over to the next broccoli. And then before you know it, you've lost all of your broccoli. Where if
Right.
you have something in between there that whatever's eating your broccoli does not like, It kind of confuses them.
yep.
It slows them down. They might move on to something else, or your good bugs come in
Right.
and take over. So
Yeah, and a lot of those companion plants will attract those beneficial bugs. You know, a lot of your flowers and herbs and stuff like that.
Right.
So anytime you can encourage the beneficial bugs to come in the garden, that's a win-win.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we already touched on how certain vegetables prefer a little bit of shade. So, you know, growing those bigger plants with those smaller plants.
Or even support.
Yeah, natural
Right.
trellising. Like, I mean, look at the Native Americans with their whole Three Sisters gardening.
Right.
I mean, that's like the perfect example of companion planting.
Right.
I tried that one year, like really early on.
The Four Sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I actually did the Three Sisters.
Okay.
I didn't do the fourth sister, but it was really early on in my gardening, and my corn didn't do well. So the whole thing didn't really work out very well.
Right.
But I would like to try it again.
I think it'd be fun to try again. Like,
It's a fun idea.
yeah, especially if you've got kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a family that buys eggs from us. They buy a lot of eggs from us. They've got 3 little ones, and they're new to leaving the systems, let's say.
Okay.
So she homeschools her children. They homeschool their children, and 3 little boys. And you know, little boys sitting at a table or a desk for 6 hours a day is just not conducive
Doesn't
to
work.
little boy life, right?
No.
They need brain breaks. They need hands-on learning.
Yeah.
And so getting into real food is something that they are exploring more of, and they just want to be connected. And they live in a subdivision. And she's like, hey, I want to know if we can come volunteer at your farm once a week as part of our homeschool curriculum. I was like, well, it's not going to work out, but
Right.
I really am encouraging them to, hey, you know what you really should do is just build one 4x8
Right.
raised bed or in-ground bed or
Right.
whatever.
Like you don't need to go anywhere to learn.
No, you can do this
can
in
do
your
it at
backyard.
home.
You can do this one little thing. And if your homeowners association says no, then do it in buckets on your back porch.
Right.
Your screened in back porch where they can't see it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And she's like, oh, I can do that here? I'm like, yes.
Yes.
There's no better way to learn than to bring your little ones alongside you and explain to them, oh, you really like broccoli? This is how broccoli starts. This is what a
Right.
broccoli seed looks like.
Right.
These are the conditions it likes, you know? And get started, and then they'll always like broccoli.
Right.
Until they're teenagers. And then they might like it, they might not. But all that to say, like, there's no better way not just to learn gardening, but then to learn your companion planting too. So then, well,
Right.
what do I plant with my broccoli?
Right.
So do that.
Yes. At home, right in your own backyard, even in a tiny little space, on your porch, on your windowsill.
Like 3 things. Pick 3 things and grow that.
Right,
You know?
right. Yeah, like a long time ago, I got really interested in aquaponics, and
Right.
I didn't want like this huge giant system, you know, and it was like, okay, well, we're going to build a miniature one.
It was so cool.
And I did it like right in my kitchen.
Yeah, it was so cool.
That was so fun for the longest time. And we actually when we moved, we actually took that whole setup to the next house and set it back up and got it going again. And,
Yeah.
you know, and so start small and learn what it is that you want to learn.
Right.
And then you can go big when you're ready to go big.
Exactly. The cool thing about that was all of our kids were young.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of play dates and
Right.
like co-op stuff and
Right.
you know, a lot of kids in and out of the house. And I remember going to your house and like anybody who was coming in, they just gravitated to
all
that.
the kids
Like,
did. They
Not just the
loved it.
kids, but like the moms. It was like, this is really cool. There's fish in there and,
Right.
and there's food growing out of it. And it was
Right.
cool.
And all the kids would go down to, what did they call it? The tadpole hole.
I was okay.
It was in our neighborhood. They nicknamed it the tadpole hole, and so they would go down to the tadpole hole and catch tadpoles, and they would catch crawfish
Yeah.
and bring them back to the aquaponics tank and put them in there, and and then it was like, ooh, we get to watch the crawfish eat the tadpole.
There's so
and-
much learned there, isn't there?
Yeah, so that was fun. That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yep. So benefits.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We
Little
digressed.
rabbit trail.
Yeah.
All right. So improving plant health by increasing pollination. You're going to end up with a better harvest. Efficiently using nutrients by planting different things with other things. Improving soil fertility, like beans come up as a companion plant all the time, beans and peas and stuff like that, because they fix nitrogen into the soil.
Legumes.
Legumes. You can turn them in as a cover crop, adding to your soil, adding organic matter to the soil. So that's always a good thing. Keeping weeds down. Not leaving any bare soil. Like, don't leave your soil bare.
That's my big goal.
I know.
This
and
year.
it's hard because,
is.
There's a lot of soil out there.
Right.
But, if we can find stuff to either use as a ground cover,
Right, like cover cropping.
Finding something just to fill that empty space that will pull nutrients from the opposite end of the soil as whatever else is in that row.
Right. You know who does that really well is the Seasonal Homestead.
The Seasonal Homestead. I don't know them.
They're on YouTube.
Okay.
Check them out. They grow a ton of food. And they do it all, but they do a lot of cover cropping. They do no-till. Kind of. There's still a place to till some things. You're always going to till when you dig potatoes, like we say. Like, there's always a place. But they do a really good job at cover cropping and using ground cover, and then, just really tearing out those places where you're going to plant the next plant and leaving the rest of it, or bending it all down to kill it back and letting it die over winter and then planting. Like, they do so much of that to build their soil, to keep it covered. And their food plants really thrive. Like, it's amazing to see what they've been able to do after just a handful of years there.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. So check out the Seasonal Homestead on YouTube.
I'll have to check them out. Never seen them before.
Yeah, they're cool.
So companion planting also obviously maximizes your space. You're growing twice the amount of stuff.
Right.
If you have a row of broccoli, why not utilize the space on the in-between?
Yeah, it's an intensive planting.
Yep. So what else you got?
I don't think there's anything else I can think of. Beets,
But
brassicas.
we can talk flowers.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. So
Well, you want to attract those pollinators in.
Right. Yeah. Obviously flowers are always going to be good for pollinators, attracting bees and stuff like that. But there are also a lot of flowers that repel bugs, like calendula, which I would love to grow.
Nasturtium.
Yes. Repels a lot of whiteflies and aphids, also medicinal. Calendula. Chamomile, also medicinal.
Right.
Attracts pollinators, is beautiful.
Smells amazing.
Like flowers aren't only beautiful, like they're so beneficial.
No, they have purpose.
Yeah. Lavender is a really good deterrent with how strong it smells. How strong lavender is.
There's a lavender farm somewhere nearby.
Really?
I said, what? It's Florida. Yeah, I have a friend who toured it. We need to check into it.
Okay. That might be fun to go visit one day.
Yeah.
Tansy. I've never grown tansy,
Me
but
neither.
I was looking into it the other day, and like it repels all kinds of different pests.
Is it a cool weather?
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Marigold's actually a natural insecticide, really strong smelling, says to repel rabbits.
Malarkey.
I don't know.
And that's like a lot of these flowers are plant once kind of flowers, and they reseed year after year,
Right.
season after season.
Absolutely. Yeah. Zinnias, marigolds, those are popping up like crazy.
Yeah.
All around my garden. Dill. I keep on finding dill in random places in my garden that I didn't plant.
Oh, yeah. Black-eyed Susans.
Yeah. I had some of those come up in the garden a couple years ago. We went and bought, those boxes of wildflower seed that you can get for $1 at
Like
the
a
Dollar
mix.
Tree.
Yeah.
It's like $1.25. It's like a whole box.
Yeah.
I guess that's where they came from because I did never have planted black-eyed Susans in my garden, but they popped up. So
Yeah.
I
Cool.
guess they were in there.
That's cool.
Sunflowers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sunflowers. I mean, not only do they attract bees like crazy, but also the squash bugs. Like, if squash bugs are your problem, plant sunflowers.
Right. They will flock to the sunflowers.
Yeah, and then you can literally go up to the sunflower with like a bucket of water and pick off like 5 or 10.
You can hold
Easy.
the bucket of water with a little soap in it so it breaks the surface tension, hold it up near the sunflower head and literally tap the back of it and they all fall off in the bucket.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
That is a fantastic trap crop, although a heavy feeder,
And not everything likes to be planted with it, as we learned.
as we learned. Okra is not its friend.
And on that note, neither is Roselle.
Right.
The same family.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I even have, now that you say that, my Roselle did not do good this year, but it was planted in the bed where the okra was last year. That is suspect. Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely things that don't like to be planted together, like
Right.
beans and onions.
Yeah, and that's true.
It
And
is
listen,
true.
y'all, I'm so headstrong and stubborn that when somebody says you can't do that, I'm gonna dig
I'm
my
gonna
hooks
try it.
in and okay, well, watch me do it, and I'm gonna be successful, and just to prove you wrong,
Just like how you grew broccoli in the summer.
hey, I did it. I did it great. I didn't know better. But yeah, so but I tried that with the beans and the onions. And green beans and onions, they absolutely do not like each other. The onions did fine. The green beans did not.
Yeah, so the onions actually leave like a gas in the soil and it like totally shuts down the bean plant where the bean is just not going to grow. So
Right.
not only they don't do good together, but even season after season, like if I have a bed of onions and then the next spring, if I try to throw beans in there,
Nope.
they do terrible.
Yeah, same problem.
Yeah.
Same problem. So that one is true.
Yeah. So, other things that you might not want to plant together are plants that struggle with the same disease or pest issues. Like, let's take blight, for instance. Like, we have problem with blight with tomatoes. So you probably don't want to plant your tomatoes by your potatoes.
Right.
Because they're both very prone to blight. So,
Yeah, I've read don't plant your nightshades together. That is one that I have a hard time with. Nightshades is such a big group. And so
It is.
and I've read that because they're, they like the same nutrients, they are prone to the same disease, blah, blah, blah. And while I haven't planted tomatoes and potatoes together, I have thought, well, watch me. And I plant tomatoes and peppers together all the time and they do fine.
yeah,
So-
see, I very often will have peppers by my tomatoes, and I don't really have any issues.
Me neither.
But I don't know that I've ever, knock on wood, had a blight issue with peppers.
No, no, we have dealt with mosaic virus, I think, on peppers before.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that. It might be some other virus, but no, peppers usually are pretty hands-off, easy.
Right.
I don't have.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time I've ever had trouble with peppers. But all that to say, know why they say don't do that. Don't put those things together to know if really you should or shouldn't.
Right.
If it's that they're both heavy feeders, well, just know that you're going to have to feed them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or water, if they're heavy drinkers, you're going to have to water extra.
Right.
So
Yeah. And that kind of goes with this, like plants that have similar root systems.
Right.
Those would be like your heavy feeders. Again, it's not going to be the best planted together, but could you do it? Yeah, you could probably do it, but
Right.
you're just going to have to stay on top of it.
you might have more trouble.
Right. Or you could just not plant things with the same root systems together and make your life a little bit easier.
And not be stubborn. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure my mama's listening and she's like, "Yep."
Yep. So
Okay, why else did we not cover all the whys?
the whys on what?
Or what? Or I'm sorry, we're doing what not to plant together.
Yeah, what not to plant together. Yeah. That's all I got. I can tell you, though, that my favorite springtime companion plant is cucumbers and dill, tomatoes and basil, and marigolds. I mean, marigolds everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do those together every year also. And then radishes go everywhere in the early spring. You know what is very happy together are green beans and potatoes.
Really?
And I don't know why.
I've never tried that.
I have read that and I've read why, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And my very best year of potatoes and green beans, they were planted together. So
Interesting.
So then I did that last year, this past spring. However, I did them in the bed that was onions. So the potatoes did fine. The green beans did not.
Okay, yeah, I actually have. So I made a companion planting chart this past week.
Yeah.
If any of y'all want to go to our website, we have a whole blog post about companion plants, and I made a little chart that y'all can download for free, and you don't even have to give me your email address. You can
Right.
literally just save it.
Yeah.
But that's actually on my list. Potatoes and green beans.
Yep.
So that might be something. Ooh, maybe I'll try that with my fall seed potatoes.
Fall potatoes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a good idea.
We'll see.
I'm
But
getting
remember,
excited.
I'm doing a small garden.
Sure. I do believe you because you set your you set your mind to something and you do it. I am like,
Well, and now that I have
So
an actual
willy-nilly.
plan, I'll
Yeah.
probably stick with it. It's
Yeah.
when I don't have a plan that I don't stick with stuff.
yeah, I usually make a plan and then stick with it for a little while. And then I don't.
And then it gets all willy-nilly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've gone on long enough. So, guys, get out there and get companion planting.
Yes.
Don't put everything all together in one spot.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
And now is the time to start your seeds for fall. Mm-hmm. For most everybody.
For most everybody.
You can go ahead and start them fall seeds.
Yeah.
So,
So one last quick tip is to count back your frost-free days.
yes.
Estimated and figure out what you can grow.
How many days do you have?
Yeah, look at those seed packets. Most green beans are going to be around 60 days. You can probably squeeze those in. Mm-hmm. Tomatoes, what are they, like 85, 90 days with a lot of the I'm going
I
from
don't
memory.
know.
I don't know.
Some of those bigger indeterminates are a little bit longer, I think.
120.
I'm only doing one slicer. And it's one that I've never done before. I got the seeds from Seed the Stars, so I really want to try them because they're supposed to do really good in Florida. It's the Kellogg's breakfast tomato.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that. And I'll have extra if you want one.
Okay. Twist my arm. All right, guys. Well, check out the website. Check out that companion planting chart. You can save it and take it right out there to the garden with you as you start seeds.
Yep. Alrighty, y'all. So we'll be back in 2 weeks.
I think so.
So we will see y'all then.
All right. Bye.
Bye.